Welcome to Macroeconomics for Coastal Carolina Community College for this summer term. My name is Theis-Pesko and I'm your instructor this semester. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you an overview of what the course looks like, how it's laid out, what's expected each week. This is all in writing, but I think it's a little easier sometimes to have someone walk you through it. So please take the 10 or 15 minutes to listen to this video and really familiarize yourself with the course before digging in. This is the announcement page. I'm looking at this through the student preview mode. Your mode may look a little different. This is recorded obviously before the semester has begun, so I'll have probably added content by the time you actually see it, but you should get the idea. The announcement page, I do frequently post announcements, and it is imperative that you read those announcements. You got to remember this is an online course, so this is my only way of communicating with you through announcements and email. I'll try to do phone as well, but announcements and email is going to have to be my primary method. So please check these frequently. I wanted to go over the syllabus. I'm going to show you the staff information and how we have these learning modules and quizzes set up. So let's start with the syllabus. You would come to the syllabus tab and you should be able to click on the syllabus here. Our course meets from May 18th to August 5th. I have it set up into 10 modules. It's a 10-week course, so I've structured it into 10 modules. Now we have 14 chapters in our textbook. So this means that most modules will have 2 chapters in them. There's a couple modules in the beginning and toward the end where we only have 1 chapter, but for the most part you should anticipate a workload of having to cover 2 chapters per semester, or per week, sorry. When you email me, please indicate the course title, ECO 252, and email from your college email account. You're not my only course this semester, and I definitely need to know who you are and which course you're emailing about. This is my cell phone right here. You are welcome to call it. Just because we're online doesn't mean that I can only communicate with you by email. You are more than welcome to give me a phone call. Please do not call after 7 p.m. as a general rule of thumb unless we've arranged otherwise. I'm not always as happy to be talking with students late in the evening. I'll let you go through the course description and competencies. Basically, macroeconomics is going to expose you to a lot of the stuff you see in the news. It's actually pretty interesting stuff. Most of it you're going to find you enjoy and retain far past the semester. I love teaching it, so I'm looking forward to this semester. This is your textbook. This is the 20th edition. I believe in the spring semester we changed to the 20th edition, so make sure when you're buying your textbook you are getting the correct edition. You can find it in the bookstore. It's made special for Coastal Carolina. You won't have luck buying it on an online source unless you buy the entire text. But like I said, it's very important to get the 20th edition. Student grades, we have 14 chapters, so there are 14 chapter quizzes. I want to reiterate that there are several chapters in each week's modules. So if you have a module where you have 2 chapters covered, you will be taking 2 quizzes that week. Just make sure you don't just walk away with having taken one of the quizzes, or you would have got an F on the other. There are 10 homework assignments, so you have 1 homework assignment for each module. When we have more than 1 chapter in a week, I combine them into a single assignment. We have 10 discussion forums. Those again align with the modules. There are 3 current events, short papers about an article that you found in the news related to our course content, and the final exam. And this is the 7-point scale at Coastal. Attendance policy, this is a 10-week term, so that means that you can miss 1 week's attendance. If you miss more than 1 week, I have to drop you because you would have exceeded the 12.5% of instruction. If you have any questions about where you stand, please let me know. The way I have this course set up for attendance is you must submit a graded assignment for that week. So either a discussion forum or homework or a quiz. If you submit one of those items for the week, you'll be marked present. Now granted, you have to keep in mind if you miss all those other items, you only submitted one of, say, 3 assignments for that week, your grade is going to be negatively affected. And you'll see I don't accept late homework, but at least you would be present for attendance points. Late work, I do not accept late work. My way to accommodate you from both legitimate and made up excuses, because I know that there's both and it is summer, is I will drop your lowest quiz and your lowest homework. So that should help a little bit. And there it reiterates it. Academic integrity, no cheating. I do have many ways of detecting cheating, and I am quick to fail students who might have cheated. If you have any questions about whether what you are doing is ethical or unethical, please email me. I won't jump down your throat. I'll just explain whether it's okay or not. Here are some ideas as to how to be successful in this class. With this subject and any summer term where we cover so much material in such a short period of time, you must be organized, and be organized from the very beginning. I recommend purchasing a small 3-ring binder. Sometimes students like printing the PowerPoints. You can print the PowerPoints in a format where there's 3, 6, multiple PowerPoints displayed on each page to save your printer ink. Some people don't get a lot out of the PowerPoints. It's going to be up to you and your learning style. But you need to organize your quizzes, your notes that you're taking, and have them together so that when it comes time for that final exam, it's worth 20% of your grade, and organization is going to help a lot. Check your email daily. I already reiterated that it's an online course, so we have to stay connected with each other. I am available Monday through Saturday. I usually don't check my emails on Sunday, but sometimes I might. But you should be able to have frequent communication with me. I try to respond to students within 24 hours. There is a time, and I will post it when it gets closer, but June 3rd through 9th, I will have more limited communication. I will still be checking in once a day, though. Passive reading of the textbook is not helpful. Economics is one of those funny subjects where you read the chapter and you think it all makes sense, and then you sit down to take a quiz and it doesn't make sense anymore. So you really this is a book where you need to highlight or outline each chapter as you're taking notes. And that's one of the reasons why I have so many practice quizzes, because it makes sense when you read it, and then you sit down and you look at a multiple choice question and maybe you didn't understand it at a deep enough level. So you'll have a lot of practice quizzes built into this course just for that very reason. So take those practice quizzes. Things you don't understand, go back and look them over and add more to your notes. Make sure you truly understand the concepts before you take something that's graded. Study the review questions at the end of each chapter. I will gladly help you answer the ones that have not been assigned for the course. So make sure that you at least have an answer that you feel pretty confident with. And if you don't, email me or post it in the discussion forum and the help forum, and I'll post the correct answer in there and we can discuss it and make sure that you're getting it right. I'm definitely here to help at whatever level you need to understand the content. And keep up. It's really easy to get behind in a 10-week course. So I say, take your book to the beach. Might not be the best study environment, but this is a class where you cannot fall behind. To help you with an idea of what to do with 2 chapters in a module, I made a suggested timeline here as to how you could allocate the work so that you don't roll around on Friday and realize that you are kind of out of luck for that week. So take some time and look through each of these items and see if that schedule would work for you. And if it doesn't, come up with a different one. But remember that I do not accept late work, so plan ahead. Here's a tentative course schedule. I don't really expect this to change much. You'll see these are the modules. Remember I said there were 10 modules for the 10 weeks, and then I indicated the chapters. Since this book that we have has been taken from a very large textbook, and Coastal Carolina just took pieces of the textbook to make our own smaller textbook, you'll see that there's some erratic numbering of chapters. So that's why I indicated those here. We go from chapter 2 to 25. So you can see how we have that lined up. All our modules are due Monday nights at 11:45 p.m. With the exception of the first module because that's Memorial Day, so I'll let you turn it in on Tuesday. But the only exception to that is we do have discussion forums, which I'll show you shortly, and your initial post, your very first post for the discussion forum is going to be due at noon on Fridays. The reason for that is if I don't have that initial post required early. Sometimes people wait to the last minute and classmates don't have the opportunity to respond to each other unless you're waiting around at 10 o'clock on Monday night. So to try to prevent that, you have to post your first post by Friday at noon, and then you can do the response to your classmates sometime before Monday night. Here are some important dates to remember. Remember I said there were 3 current event assignments due. They are due on these dates, which happen to coincide with modules that we only had 1 chapter to kind of help ease your workload a little bit. And your final exam must be taken between August 3rd through 5th. It must be proctored. This is an all strictly online class with the exception of the final exam. The final exam must be taken in a proctored environment, which means you'll have to come to campus to take it. If you do not live nearby and you want to take it in your hometown or somewhere else, that's fine. You have to arrange that. There's a form in the syllabus for you to fill out to arrange it with me, and it must be arranged no later than 2 weeks before the exam. It must be an official proctored center or at another college. But email me if you're having questions or difficulty with that, and we can go from there. I mentioned chapter quizzes, I mentioned homework assignments, and current events. This is the rubric for what I'm looking for in a current event, and the final exam. And I gave you some information about discussion forums. A lot of this pertains to grading. How is the discussion board graded? Please take some time to go over that, but I don't want to waste too much of our time in our video when you could just read it yourself. It's important, though. Take the time to read everything in that syllabus. Here's your external proctor request in case you do need to take that final exam off campus. Remember, you must do this no later than 2 weeks before the final exam. All right, here's some staff information so you know who I am. I obviously uploaded too thick of a picture, but there I am. Hi. And here's my email and my cell phone again. All right. Learning modules. I only have, at the time of this video, worked through modules 1 through 3. I'm still fine-tuning some of the others, so just ignore the stuff down here. But basically, you'll see module 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to use module 3 as an example because it is such a long module. This is our first module where we have 2 chapters, which is kind of similar to what you're going to have through the majority of the class. So say we're in the couple of weeks of the class, we come up to module 3, you would click on module 3, and it will give you a checklist. I highly recommend printing or saving the checklist. This is going to help you know where everything is located, what's due, when it's due, and really kind of guide you through each module. So in this example, we have to read chapters 25 and 26. That's what the module is based off of, chapters 25 and 26. So it reminds you to read that chapter, to look over the PowerPoint. It tells you where to find the PowerPoint. It tells you to watch these 3 videos, and it tells you where to find the videos. And this is just for your own records. You can mark whether it's been checked off and track your progress throughout the week. I mentioned I have some optional practice quizzes. I tell you where to find them, the required quiz, where to find it, and so on and so forth. And then it also reminds you when it's due. So hopefully this will help organize all the content for you. And here is all that material, these lecture videos and sample problems and everything else that was mentioned in the resources. Most of your content, your non-graded content, is going to be found in the learning modules. Here is where you go to find your discussion forums. And there is a help forum and a discussion forum for each module. A help forum is if you're not understanding content. It's something that you can use to talk with other classmates or to interact with me. I encourage you guys to use it. I will check in. I will definitely correct any misunderstandings that I see going on, if I'm seeing somebody advising someone in the wrong way or misinterpreting material. But I'll also go in there and occasionally post questions that I get from you guys, and I'll post the question and the appropriate answer. So if you're having a hard time with some material, check in this help forum. I want it to be an active forum, an active way for us to discuss concepts and clarify them. The discussion forum is the graded part. This is not graded. The help forum is just for your help. The discussion forum is the part that was graded. And remember, you have to post your initial post at Friday at noon and then respond to your 2 peers no later than Monday at midnight. And it gives you about a week, from beginning to end to do the whole module. You won't be able to see what your peers have posted until after you've posted yourself. Normally there will just be one part, but you'll see in the beginning, I'd like you to introduce yourself first, and then you're going to cite 3 examples. This kind of ties in with our chapter 1. But you can kind of see I have everything for the chapter is available. Everything for the entire course is available, with the exception at the moment with the last 2 chapters. I'm still working on some of those things. That'll allow you to work ahead if you happen to have the time, and kind of see what's coming your way, how to anticipate it. So those were the discussion forums. Then you can go into your homework assignments, and we have all 10 homework assignments. So when there are examples where there's more than one chapter, they are combined into a single homework assignment. And I've given you the point breakdown so you can kind of have an idea as to how the points are weighed within the homework assignment. The quiz tab seems to be messier because there's more things in it, but we have this practice quiz, and then I gave you another practice quiz, and then this is the required quiz. I tried to make the required quiz in red so that you would know which things were optional and which things are required. Even though these practice quizzes are optional, I think that it would be a hasty decision on your end not to utilize them. They will definitely help prepare you both for the quizzes and the midterm and the final. So I highly encourage you to take advantage of those, and I think that you will find them quite helpful. And I think that that's about it. These are external links, Blackboard help, course tools. At the moment, I do not have the grade book updated in Blackboard. I am unsure if I'm going to have your grades posted on Blackboard or through Campus Cruiser throughout the semester. I will post an announcement about what I decide as the course gets closer and I find out which is going to be easier for me to manage. But I will, I'm very quick about getting grades back, but like I said, I'm not sure if you're going to find them in here or if you're going to find them in Campus Cruiser. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you find this course fun and engaging, and if you have any questions, I'm definitely here for you. So thank you so much.